Okay. Come in. Hi, pleased to meet you.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Please have a seat.
Thanks.
Now you come in to apply for the Commander Secretary job we have here at the Air Force, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So I guess the first question would be is to tell me some of your experience with this job. Have you held a job like this in the past?
Yes, I did. Several. I've worked with the company for 10 years, where I did, well, I started at the bottom, worked my way up. First I've been a team secretary, then I've been the secretary of the boss, the second boss, and in the end I was the secretary of the main boss. And after that, I've worked in, well, another office which wasn't like directly a secretary job, and it was as well like a front desk, so it was a mix of everything.
So you would say you can work under pressure.
I sure can.
Good, because here you might experience that. Also here you might experience that you might have to take some work home with you. Would that be okay?
Every now and then, I'm certainly fine with that, as long as it doesn't interfere too much with my privacy.
Okay. So tell me, what would be your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness is probably that I'm always trying to be too correct. And if I can't achieve the goal I set myself, I'm not happy with it. Somebody else would probably consider this good, but I myself consider it as a weakness.
So with that weakness being in there, would you consider yourself very successful?
Yes, because to be in that way, I can as well hold things together and try to work as a team, and my coworkers and bosses always love to work with me.
So you said you work for several bosses.
Yes.
So who would be your best boss?
The one I've worked for the longest, actually.
And how long was that?
That was 8 out of the 10 years I worked for that company.
And I believe his reference is here on the application, correct?
It sure is.
Okay. So why did you leave that job?
I was forced to, because I followed my husband, who is in the military.
Lucky man.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing since the last job?
Well, my last job was actually while we were stationed in England. I worked at the CDC as a front desk clerk. And after that, we moved to the States while I was already pregnant. So since then, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
So now you're ready to jump back into the workforce.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, why should I hire you over other applicants that have come for this job?
Because of my experience. I've worked that job for 10 years with the one company, another year with the other one, and I had prior experience to start in my actual job. And I worked on international level, so due to my husband being in the military, I do have the military background as well.
So you said you'd be able to fit into our military family here.
I think so.
You'll be able to get along without any particular issues.
There should be no issues at all.
So what would happen if you had a problem with a military member? He comes in and just being completely rude to you. What would you do?
I will try to talk to her.
And if that didn't work?
Then you probably are forced to take the next step and address your boss. That's the problem.
Okay. So looking into the future a little bit, what would say where you like to see yourself in the next 5 years?
I would simply like to gain some more experience, just widen my experience, and, well, I will be wherever my husband is. That's how the military works.
So technically you're not looking to still be here in 5 years? Possibly.
Possibly. I can't make that promise, no.
Okay. And as you already know, our commander does swap out every 2 years.
Yes.
It's just the nature of the beast. So would you feel comfortable with a younger guy being in charge of you,
That's fine.
if it came to be
Perfectly
that?
fine.
Okay.
Perfectly fine.
Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you. We'll be in touch. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.